What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua has a bold statement concerning Joseph Parker. He says, quote, "I'm very proud of Joseph Parker. Even though he's a competitor, real recognizes real. He's in the game to fight whoever, whenever, and that's the DNA of a real general. Unlike his dippy mate Tyson Fury, I would dissect his career record in minutes, but I'll leave that for a potential gloves are off if he ever comes back and fights Big Femi. To my supporters, I'll be back to lace up my boots and put on my gloves sooner than later, hopefully punching Fury's head in and dancing around his flickered jab with ease." Ooh, those are the words of Anthony Joshua, and they are bold. And let me counterpunch. AJ wants Tyson Fury, and I think at this point, with Tyson, retiring here, retiring there, retiring everywhere, and then AJ, fighting who the hell ever, he went in there and fought Daniel Dubois, something that Tyson Fury said he could do with ease, but won't do, and one thing about Tyson, people get sick of that bipolar, oh, I can beat people, but then, motherfucker, you went life and death with Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to make anew or make amends or show your worth, you would get in here and fight AJ. It's been long enough. I think that's probably the last biggest fight that never happened. And I think it should happen at some point. I don't think people care at this point if they're past their prime, if they both got beat by Usyk. Everybody's got beat by Usyk, so what else is new? I think what it is, these guys have some unfinished business because over 5 years ago, they agreed to fight. They agreed to fight numerous of times. It just didn't happen, just based on losses on both ends or court cases and issues that had nothing to do with, AJ in a sense. So a lot took place, more than just one reason. But this here, hopefully punching Fury's head in and dancing around his flicker jab, meaning that's all he sees Tyson Fury do. And I'm looking at this fight as, again, like Spencer Oliver said, this is a pretty much 50-50 fight because I seen a stiff-ass Tyson Fury. He wasn't as mobile and loose like in the second Usyk fight. That thing, I'm going to replace that, guys. That's getting on my nerves, too. So I know the comments are coming. But anyway, the show must go on. So AJ's talking about, fighting guys that want to fight, giving respect to Joseph Parker, which I think a lot of people should give respect to Joseph, because Joseph is one of those guys that's showing, like, I just want to fight. You know what I mean? I just want to fight. I'm just here. I want to, give me a fight. That's why he's fighting Fabio Wardley. So, yeah, big up for AJ for giving Joseph Parker his respect, because I do think, honestly, he's getting a shitty end of the stick, to be fair. You know what I mean? He should be fighting Usyk or whatnot, but he could have waited out, but he wanted to stay active. So, yeah, mad and much respect to Joseph Parker. He deserves it. So, guess what? He gets it. Justice for Joseph. Justice for Joseph. Justice for Joseph. But, unlike Tyson Fury, he said, I would dissect his career and his record in minutes, but I'll leave that to the potential gloves are off. Meaning, if Tyson Fury wants to come back, there's a fight for him. And that fight would do big. Wembley Stadium, that 100,000 easy. Because Tyson Fury and AJ, I think, dude, that shit will sell out Wembley. It will be the biggest fight of whatever year they decide to come back, which would be 2026. And I think they should happen. Tyson Fury ain't fought none this year. AJ ain't fought this year either. So, yeah, a fresh 2027. Tyson, if he wants, he could come back for a tune-up if he feels he needs one, which he probably won't because he only wants big fights, right? Because he wanted the Usyk fight, the trilogy in the UK. Well, how about AJ in the UK? Bars. How about that? And I think that is a good fight to be made. And AJ, he's like, look, I'll dissect this guy, I'll dance around that jab, and punch his head in. Be a good fight, bro. And styles make fights. So, we're talking about Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. We're talking about AJ versus Danny Dubois. But I think the whole thing is Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is a totally different story, different styles for different outcomes. I like the aggressiveness from AJ because he's like, look, give me this fight. I mean, the Wilder fight, Wilder has to redeem himself first. But this fight has nothing to do with any of that because this fight is unfinished business between these two Brits. And I feel they need to get it on. And AJ is coming on strong. Okay, he wants this fight. So let's see if Tyson Fury, if he responds at all, which he may in time. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!